Chapter 1. Stormy and full of drama, the chaotic life of Upstart Goblin. This is a dramatic story of a man whose life is a series of ups and downs. He went from living in a lap of luxury to having nothing. Faded glory. He smiled at money and cried over money. For half of his tumultuous life, this goblin was swayed by the power of money, the root of all evil. The days when he used to say, "Buy, buy." Back during these days of the surging bubble economy, everyone was in high spirits, and a certain goblin used the money he made off of real estate and stocks to party hard in the night. It wasn't odd to see him with wads of cash as a befit member of the Nuevo Rich. Upstart Goblin. He spent his time playfully giving money to riffraff. He would stingily hand out small change despite having a vast fortune. You want money? I'll give you money. But this happiness didn't last long. The booming economy everyone thought would last forever finally ended. Along with many others, the Goblin's company fell victim to the burst of the bubble economy, and he went bankrupt. All that was left was a mountain of debt. Bubble crash. Oh my God. And things got worse. He was hit by a tsunami of misfortune. The stock market crash lost him all of his remaining property. He was a millionaire the day before, but the next morning, he was penniless. Heavy slump. The goblin found himself knee-deep in debt, virtually overnight. His dream life had turned into a nightmare from which he grew desperate to wake up. Tell me it's a lie. Penniless at last, he was now on the receiving end of disgusting charity in which he had previously indulged. It was humiliating, but there was nothing he could do about it. He didn't even have enough money to live day to day. He was a goblin who knew the value of money firsthand. Second coin toss. Can you spare some money? Ah, the days of the slump. The goblin's life of scraping day to day reached its limit, hit rock bottom. Finally, the goblin got himself into crime. He began to steal from others. He couldn't ever return to an ordinary life after that. Goblin thief. Young. Doing anything to survive. Once he got a taste for it, the goblin found himself unable to wash his hands of crime. As he committed one crime after another, he slowly became an odious growl in a body and soul. Is there nothing left of his conscience? Jar robber. I'll steal even more. Goblin of greed. He's basically a villain now. Reform. He's completely serious. In his early days, the goblin recalled all of his childhood hopes and dreams. He knew he still had a second chance at life. The goblin abandoned his criminal life to make a fresh start. Dark factory of mass production. Let's start from scratch. Victimized goblin. When the goblin was still rich, he'd been attacked by the dark scorpions and had some of his money and belongings stolen. Was this bitter experience what caused the goblin to enter a life of crime later on? Dark scorpion combination. Attacked by the dark scorpions. And this is where this story comes to an end.